partner Coates on the ad. Little opportunity volley there. Missed it. One of the keys, I think, with all the volleying outside, when you've been used to volleying inside, you have to take that extra couple of steps to factor in the effect of the wind. Is the wind with you? Is the wind against you? That's that extra calibration that top players are able to factor in and do quickly. And in this early season outdoor match can be a challenge for these players. That's a great topspin lob. Good disguise there from Coates. It's nice to have a lefty and a big lefty forehand on the outside. He held that well. Could have dipped the pass, could have ripped line or toppy lob. So when the net players have to cover three different options psychologically and physically, it's a little bit harder. And that goes long. Denver desperately trying to get back on serve here and not allow Penn to consolidate and get that scoreboard separation. Penn coached by Rich Figlio and Denver coached by Drew Eberly. That's a great serve right on the outside of the line for a hold. So Penn goes 3-1 here at number one doubles. Let's check in with number two doubles. Butera and Chung for Penn. Up a break here. Playing against Mishiro and Ravai. Ravai returning there on the deuce. Not able to get that backhand to go. Not enough on that one-handed backhand. Got his feet set, just didn't get the extension on the shot. So important that the doubles teams get organized. So after getting the early break, Butera and Chung, are facing 3 break points. A little drop volley helps. Saves one. Oh, some great stick saves there, but just not enough to get over the hump. Mashiro and Ravai are able to get the break there. So as we go to the turn, we're off by a game on the score, but definitely there. The win for Denver in that last game. So Sandler and Bardwaj, they are playing together. Not a typical pairing, but so far it's paying dividends. Up early here at number three doubles. Again, Sandler and Graziani normally together, and I'm not sure if that's a momentary adjustment for the better of the team's doubles point, or that's something that's going to stick. That goes into the net. And there's a game. Because the dynamics of having NCAAs now in the fall, once you've had that success or that part of the season done, there's no reason to keep teams together throughout the dual season unless it really is for the better of the team now, because there's no opportunity at the end of the season rainbow, if you will, to play individuals in doubles. So it really does become a team-based decision. So I'll have to talk to Coach Bonfiglio to find out if this was a short-term adjustment or something that they're going to do long-term. Back over to number one doubles, and we're just out of a break, so we should be with an odd number of games. So a little bit behind with the score bugs that we're getting, the feed we're getting from Penn. So clearly, I think this is the start of the sixth game. Oh, wow. What a point. Great hands, great doubles, outstanding movement. Loved what I saw there. Particularly working away from a scramble situation, getting back with the net team. Denver getting pumped up. So yeah, on serve here at number one doubles. As we said, we're in the sixth game. Two serving three. Well done. Great 1-2 punch. So underrated, but so ad nauseum important. Serving big targets, getting the percentage high, and getting the up man to have a lot more touches and letting the ball get through. Nice choice on the overhead. Settled in, hit it to big real estate area, had a little extra cut on it. Was able to draw the error. Most certainly deserving to play number one doubles The choices, the decision, the neutralizing, the teamwork. It's a very high level of decision making and scheming here at number one doubles. Often you see players playing both back to return on the first serve. Traditional serve volley play there, not able to get the sweet spot going. That's one of the toughest aspects of this day and age. The players returning and passing is so strong with the way they can produce the shots. The Luxalon in these rackets that the volleyers have to have great balance and get the ball in the sweet spot. Oh, that's great athleticism there. Great holds of serve. Clearly, there's a lot of confidence in his ability to serve and volley, so he chose to just kind of go it on his own. What I was worried about was that the return team was just not, Penn was not, we're not worried so much about a cross or pre-planned poach, and they were starting to isolate him a little bit. He's lucky to get out of that. They really need to run some more eye or scheming to create some deception. So we're here at 3-all at number one doubles, and took the pace off and was able to get just a easy little serve into the body on Rob Wilcox. Back over to number two doubles. Denver is up. Ravai and Mashiro are rolling. Coach Drew Everly giving these guys some feedback and some knowledge. Drew was an exceptional player in his own right at Ohio State University and one of the winningest in total percentage of matches won for the Buckeyes in his tenure. Forty 30 for Penn, serving to Mishiro. That's good. Good stick on that backhand volley. Revise. Big, strong kid. And really leaned in on that one. Doesn't appear to be extremely windy. There's definitely wind there, but it's most certainly not a 18, 20 mile an hour. It's more of a 9 to 11 mile an hour reasonable condition. A little chilly, low 50s. That's some good doubles from Denver. They got in there quick, built the wall, absorbed some quality pace coming at them, and were able to break. So now they lead 5-2 at number two doubles. Penn on top here at number three doubles and been on top from the very beginning. Just not able to get that to go. Aaron Badoon got just enough on that cross court backhand. Oh, well, he paid for the whole racket. He most certainly didn't mean to shank an angle over there. I guess that would be a shangle, but they'll take it. That game is over, and now we're going to the changeover. So clearly, it has to be 5-2. Couldn't be anything but, as it was if Penn had won both of the games, they would have won the set. So Penn 5-2 at 3. Denver 5-2 at 2. And number one doubles is tighter and looking like that could be the decider in this. Trying to kick the serve in, service toss is a little bit too far in front of him, so he couldn't get under it. So there's a double fault. That tends to happen when the wind is at your back. So good chance that Mishiro and Rivai have the wind at their back, and just wasn't able to blast up and into that kicker. 15 all. And that is probably the worst thing he could do. Two double faults in a row trying to serve it out. They're still at 15-30, but most certainly sending the wrong message here. Up 5-2 on the road. If he was at practice with me after the third fault, he would have been running. There's no way. We get to three double faults in a row. Oh my goodness. There's so much momentum that just was given away there. That's tough. They have to, and quickly. Coach Everly runs over, tells them it's okay, and tries to get them to do whatever they can do to get ahead in this next game. But boy, that was Christmas in March. Penn serving 3-5. That's why they tell you to hit it through the middle. That's exactly why. Little bit of confusion there. Some hesitation, and Denver's able to get their nose out in front here at 5-3, low 15. He read the eye well. Was in perfect position, just didn't execute. Mishiro's got to mentally reset here. 15-0. And now that volley is on a revised racket. And Denver is opening up a little bit of a window for Penn to get back in this. 5-3 at 1 for Denver. 5-3 at 2 for Denver. We could be finishing in any of these in a matter of seconds. Well, that's a good job there by Penn, getting them to 5-4, taking the donation. It's hard to guess where we should go now. We'll go to 1. Let's see if we have a chance to finish there. Well, it looks like Penn was able to get over the hump and make it 5-4. So coach and Rob Wilcox will serve for it. Let's quickly switch to 3, and then we'll come back to 1. You just don't want to miss an ending if at all possible. And we did. Penn was able to get the job done at number 3. We just missed match point, ladies and gentlemen. So Penn, 6-3 victory at number 3. We're going to go back. Denver is now serving for it at both positions, 1 and 2. That's great volleying. Denver is doing an excellent job just building the wall, accepting that there's going to be a few transactions back and forth, and they're just going to be steady Eddie and stay the course. Very firm but low volleys there on that first point. There's a huge advantage in terms of trying to close out a match when you can win the first point on your serve. Let's see how this factors in for Denver. 15 love. And that first serve always helps. But I think that winning that first point, it just gives you a little bit of a pep in your step, gives you a little bit of shot in the arm. And now he goes big body serve there. Hot slice body is just a great location. Now Denver 2 points away here, number 1 Dubs. So splitting the top, one of the top teams in the nation, helped Penn win at 3. Let's see if it doesn't get the job done at 1. Oh, that's unlucky. Let court. Penn will take it. They'll take anything they can and get this thing back to 5-all and push some extra innings. I'm surprised Denver doesn't doesn't use any I formation at all here in a game of this significance. They're daring the returners to deliver against the serve and volley. Oh, that's another first serve. 2 returns missed there by Graziani, and he is a clutch returner, so that is uncharacteristic for him. Triple match point. What I don't like here is that Denver keeps getting distracted. He keeps looking over to watch the other court. Denver wins there, and now that's it. Denver, bang, bang, wins the doubles point. They win the doubles point by clinching 6-4 at number 2, where they were up 5-2, and now getting 6-4 at number 1. So Denver comes on the road. The split between Graziani and Sandler doesn't pay dividends for Penn, and now on the road, the Pios have a 1-love lead. Very interesting to see how this one shakes out now. There are some great matchups both ways in singles. Looking forward to bringing that action for you. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with singles. You're watching CrossCourt Cast, presented by Crack Racquets, Denver versus Penn. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we most certainly have a match on our hands. If you thought Penn was just going to dominate on the home courts and roll Denver, may have thought wrong. This one's going to be a battle. Samuel Rovi, Manfredi Graziani battling here at number one. Penn has obviously had a good year so far on the double side of things, so I can't say that they've been in this position where they've had to battle back from the doubles point a lot, but they have lost doubles points in one, so it's not unfamiliar territory. But again, first match at home, a little chilly out, not a huge packed crowd, so the dynamics at play are set up for a road team to be able to come in and maybe possibly steal a win and not such a hostile environment. A great play. Very physical, tough tennis with these guys. Samuel Rovi, Sweden sophomore, Manfred Graziani, senior from Italy. Great number one matchup. Graziani able to get a break to start, which is always a good thing. And now lefty coming in, serving here at One Love. That's good tennis. Didn't make the right choice on the overhead there, but still able to stick save on a low one and then fight his way through. Big, strong guy. Has a big serve and most certainly is showing some athleticism, but I think his best tennis is probably ripping and coming forward and covering the net. So definitely a good contrast and great tennis here at number one, with Graziani being such a fighter and be able to do a lot of things with his hands on the run. And Graziani for sure with some ego on his home court, being one of the top doubles players in the nation, is not happy that he just got clinched on. So he is gonna have some fire in his belly in the beginning of this singles action, and helpful. Helpful to get that lefty serve moving. That's Nadal 101, getting a little bit of action on that serve, having it run away from the righty's backhand. key moments here at #1 singles. Can Graziani right away put a 2-0 on the scoreboard? Penn's coach staff, Rich Monfiglio, assistant coach Stratton Gilmore, and assistant coach Pino Hay. That's tough. He's kind of falling to the right as he's serving that, and then still able to find that ace on the outside. So, man, Freddie Graziani gets off to a good start at 1 for Penn. Definitely something that they need. We're going to shift over to court number 2. Wow. That's some good tennis, ladies and gentlemen. We switched right at the perfect time to catch probably one of the best points of this match. Raffaello Popchik definitely likes to dictate. Good at coming in and finishing. So we got a great contrast here with Butera. One of the better movers on Penn's team. Okay, shifting over to number 3, we have Theo Coates and Shara Bardawaj. Theo, sophomore from England. Shara, sophomore from North Carolina. A little bit behind on the scoreboard here. We're in the 4th game. Chara is on the near side. He's no longer serving. Theo is serving at the top of our screen. For those just joining us, Denver winning the doubles point 6-4 at 1, 6-4 at 2. Penn won 6-3 at 3. Early in singles action here, and we're going to go around the horn and introduce you to all the players and then start seeing how the dominoes fall on this one. College dual matches are so individual in particular. Just never know who's going to be the first one to finish and who's going to be the last one with all the pressure on their racket. Bartowaj just not enough energy with his feet there. Needs to move up and transition, or not necessarily transition to the net, but just transfer his weight, if you will, through that shot. He's kind of a half a step away from the ball and just didn't get any energy there. Gonna have to keep motivating himself and maybe bouncing up and down, creating a little bit more athletic energy because it's a chilly day, not super windy, but one of those gloomy days where you have to make sure that you bring the spark and the energy and your footwork and your movement. Off the mark there. It's a little unsettled at present moment. Number 4 singles. Oh no. I think he missed that. After such a great point. Mishiro versus Chung. Mishiro, senior from Japan. Super fast. And that's what he was trying to do the last point. Create a little bit of width with the backhand and then use his speed to close off the space. I get it. I can see why Coach Drew likes this player because Coach Drew was probably not as fast as Mishiro, but he definitely ripped some backhands and came in and finished some volleys. Most certainly. Justin Chung, sophomore from Irvine, California. Yeah, Mishiro is definitely gonna be in the mud pit tussling here with Chung. You can see both guys competitive, feisty. Chung doesn't let a lot of balls get by him. Mishiro's gonna try to rush him just like this. Oh my God, are you kidding me? He just hit a squash shot off of an overhead over the net by 2 inches and curved back. The only player I've ever seen do that in all of my years of watching tennis, I've seen Federer do that. That was wild. What can Mishiro do better on that point outside of just go horizontal and dive for it? What a shot by Chung. Just missed it there. You can see that Chung was dictating some more. The setup here is I think that the 1, 3, and 5 players are on one side, and 2, 4, and 6 are on the other side. Connor Rob Wilcox, Rad Senior from Utah, transferred in from Vandy. Definitely, these players are similar prototypes for Coach Drew. He has a lot of players that are doing a great job of dictating and coming forward. Matthew Reuter, senior from the UK. Definitely going to run some lefty patterns here. As you saw there, able to get that lefty forehand and start moving through the sideline, open up some space for the redirect. I used to hate playing lefties when I competed in tennis. I just feel like I had more concentration on the return and more adjustment steps moving left always. Made me a little bit more uncomfortable when I played. Ah, that's unfortunate. That was on pace to bounce and get a bunch of width in the court to open up space. Court 6. This is a bright spot for Coach Drew. Otek Vales, freshman from Czech, who's been doing outstanding for Penn. He has been really the winningest guy so far. 13-1 to start the season with a big serve and transition game for a freshman. And Aaron Badoon from Minnesota, freshman, is off to a great start here. And now I've just jinxed him. He's just missed 2 shots. He's got the commentator jinx. We're trying to compliment him, and he's making unforced errors. Yeah, this that most certainly has the makings of a tough, hard fought duel. Badoon making a couple routine errors now. Didn't see how he started in the beginning, but definitely showing some freshman vulnerability right now. But he's playing another freshman, so they're on equal experience ground here. And that's really good tennis. And this Vocek Vales guy, he's from the backwards hat fraternity. He's got some swag to him. Got a clean game. I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah, that's the part I don't like with Vales because he he's capable of playing the dictating offensive style all the way through. So that point there, he just was resigned to just kind of play a little cat and mouse and play a little defensive and mixing. But with any opportunity, Badun's coming forward. So I think Vale's going to have to accept that he has to keep his foot on the gas here. He can't take any points off or any shots off in terms of relaxing and just leaving balls in the court. He's going to have to play a little bit more of an up tempo style purposefully. Yeah, it was definitely wide. But I will say maybe Vales has an earpiece in and hurt me because he just played exactly the type of point that I think he needs to play. He missed his forehand wide, unfortunately, but a little bit better style and court position in that last point from him. In the two box, looking at 4 and 6 at the same time, and Justin Chung, I was just about to compliment on how well he's doing, and then he missed. So every time I'm offering a compliment, I'm inducing a miss right now. I apologize to both teams in advance for that. Trying to be positive on on this broadcast. Denver needing 3 points, up at one now. Divide from a 2-love down deficit. Coates up 4-1 at three. Rob Wilcox up 4-1, and Badun up 4-2. So Denver not only wins the doubles point, but they're making some noise here in these first sets. Oh, Vales is overplaying the forehand there. And that gives Badun a 5-2 lead at number 6. This is a big point in this duel because Penn, for sure, is penciling in their favorite at number 6. And so far, the freshman from Czech has dug himself a hole. Oh, he saw the ball coming and he stopped. Mashiro didn't realize that was going on, but it definitely was a let. It was a fair let. Chung's not pulling any gamesmanship there. That's the right call. Badun taking his cuts. That one doesn't find the mark. He just has to keep building with the right rally height in that situation. Justin Chung, though, in a close match, I'm telling you, fans, it's 5-1 on the scoreboard. But if you look at the points, they're very close. Mishiro has just not been able to win the games. These guys are evenly matched. That's just what happens sometimes in no ad tennis. The difference in the margins can be oh so slim. Penn desperately needs something to feel good about right away, something that makes them scoreboard think that they're going to get it even. I tell you, these volleys that Mishiro's hitting, as he's sliding into them, they're below net level, and he makes every one of these backhand volleys. They're tough volleys that he's making look easy. Super impressive. Vales is a must-win game here at the end of this first set, 3-5. Oh, Chung, uncharacteristic on that backhand miss. Well, that's 5-2 there at number 4. Let's see what happens at the end of this game at 6. Bales is, I don't know if he thought this was going to be an easy match on paper or if he's just having a tough day, but he's making a few uncharacteristic, unforced errors. That's well done. That's well done. Moving up, getting into a strong position, being able to volley into the open court. To me, it looks like Denver wants to pull this out. They need to do it at 3, 5, and 6. I think Penn wants 1, 2, 4. And they were hoping 6, but they were happy to flip any of these. That's a big hole from Vales. He definitely needed that one. So Badun will come back and serve for it. Let's check in with court number 3. Oh, wow. That volley is called out, and Coates can't believe it. What a well played point by Coates. And Bardawaj is out there just doing the Kim Kleister's Djokovic splits with the squash shots until he was able to draw an error. What a defensive, competitive effort there to get that back on serve at 3-4. Wow. What a big, big turn of events there at that position. We're on the changeover here, so we know what happened. Justin Chung won the first set 6-2. Let's check back in at the top of the lineup. Let's go back to court number 1. So now we know Rovai is serving right now at the top of the screen. So it's either 5-3 or 4-all. Scorebug's just a little bit behind the action. We apologize. Wow. The defense is amazing though. All these guys can do so much on the run. They can dip, they can lob, they can chip, they can angle. It's you have to give a lot of time and energy to that in practice. Some players most certainly can just be comfortable on the stretch, but I I feel like the vast majority of these 12 players I'm watching can come up with the goods out of the corners in lots of different ways. And that is the type of ball that the righty can miss without realizing. So Graziani's ball kind of kicks into Rovai there, and Rovai gets jammed up like a ball on the inside part of the plate that he hits the right field like a baseball. That's a bad miss there on his service game at this moment. Still unsure if this is a 4-all game or a 5-3 game. Score bug's a little bit behind. That's a great cross court backhand. Big shot to a big target. Okay. So we're not sure who is up 5-4. Is Graziani up 5-4 or Ravai up 5-4? I guess we'll see soon enough. Let's check back in with number 6. Court 2 is just coming out of the changeover. Let's check in at 6 to see if Badoon was able to hold serving for the set. It's 5-all, but Dune was broken. So Vocek Vales, Mr. Clutch, the guy that's won the most matches for this team, has come back from the depths of despair from 5-2 down and is serving 5-all now. This is an important match for this duel, I feel. And the 2 box, looking at number 2, Popacek up 5-4. Denver has done a great job in these sets, but getting to 5 isn't enough. You got to get to 6 to win a set, sometimes 7. Yeah, Penn's made a move. Graziani flipped that score at number 1 from down 4-3 to going up 5-4 and serving for the set. Vales is down 5-2, so Denver's getting a 5, but not able to get the job done after that. And Graziani gets the job done for 6-4 at number 1. That's a huge set. Yeah, like I said, I am impressed. Penn is starting to show some home court pride. Badoon gets the break and has a chance to serve, but my goodness, Connor Rob Wilcox was up 4-1, and Reuter comes back and runs it. So Penn is just, they're the first set comeback kids today. Oh, we have some big moments here. And Badoon give Denver a set to feel good about. Oh, that's tough. Not able to get the grip over after the forehand, and a tough shoestring volley outdoors is not the easiest volley to put away or even place. So now Badoon needs to be careful. That's important. Butera has stayed fairly calm throughout the ebbs and flows of this set. Now he's showing a little bit more body language here in the late stages. He just has to be careful. But he doesn't leave a hanging curveball sitting in the middle of the court for Popacic's forehand. Wow, what a point. There, Butera just locked it down. Refused. Absolutely refused to miss there. What a point from Butera. So solid. Just made a ton of balls. Wow. Coates receiving up 5-4. Badun has struck a couple of balls well, but he hasn't. The big word that I like for approach shots is to make the passer uncomfortable. He's striking some balls and coming forward, but Vales is still balanced and able to feel his forehand. So Badun is having to scrape out shoelace level volleys after he's been in the midcourt striking the ball. So something needs to change with where he's placing the approach shots. Key moments. Penn wants to put these sets in their pocket. Denver needs to start sending a message that they can find three. That's a good drop shot from Vales. Nice feel. Caught Badun back on his heels. There is just a lot Coates gets over the hump for Denver, gets them a set there, which is helpful. But the problem is that Rob Wilcox and Popacek had opportunities in those sets swung the other way. Nice chip. Popacek gets it low. Vales plays the drop shot, and it wasn't a bad drop shot, but Dune just out hustled him on that one. That was just a hustle point victory. Oh, this is tough. Looks like Butera gets over the line there. Let's just focus. Let's just focus on this finish of this tiebreaker. Yeah, Butera 7-5 there. Penn in need of 4 first sets. They get 4 first sets. Denver only getting Coates at this point. If they can get Badoon, that would be helpful for them. It's a basic rally backhand. Vales just didn't commit to it. In his mind, he's like, I just need to make this ball, but his body didn't do the necessary effort to produce the rally ball with the height. Yeah, he's correcting himself right there. I like that. Reminding himself what he needs to do. It's tough. We're not 100% sure what the score in this tiebreaker is. So we just got to keep watching the tennis, the quality and the level of the points, and we'll determine by staying here who gets this final first set. Badoon calls it long. Vales doesn't like it, isn't sure. Ref agrees, so it's long. Time to move on. Vales is upset. Two in a row calls he doesn't like, especially an ace where you feel like that's a done deal. Vales is pumped up. Badoon, well, they're not sitting down. So my guess is that it's 6-all, and that Vales is pumped up because he saved some set points. Yeah, oh, what a what a well played shot. I think from watching the tennis and watching the shot quality, it feels to me like the far side, the top of the screen where Vales is the side that has the wind at their back, and it's tougher sledding here on the near side. Wow. Both of these guys are going crazy about the lines. I feel like They ought to change their targets right now, play heavy and stay away from the lines and try to come forward because neither one of them are getting the call that they like. I don't think it's worth it right now. This deep in a tiebreaker that has gone back and forth. There's no way. There's no way Badun won that point. Vales on top of the net with 5 consecutive put away volleys, and Badun refuses to give up. That is the definition of competitiveness right there. That was impressive. I'm in shock. There's no way Vales loses that point, but he did. Balls are a little fluffy. They don't get any new ones till the set's over. Outside, a little cold. Wow. And this pendulum keeps swinging. 9 all. Vales has been on the winning side of these opportunities, and he is trying. He is trying to get one more point to get over the hump. So what's that discussion here? What what is the choice? Set point Vales. 10-9. Yeah, he's pumped. That's a un unbelievable win. Yeah, it is a big set on 6. I agree with you. That was something. Obviously, Badun has to be crushed about that one. He had a 5-2 lead and all the opportunity, and Denver has proven that they're good enough to keep up with Penn, but the difference between winning and losing at this level is so small, and you've seen it in some of these sort of closing stanzas of the sets. Denver doing well to get up to what I call the third stage, which is having 5 games. But what you need to do to win the set after when the other team stiffens their resolve. Yeah, gotta love Chung. Moves well. Just goes about his business.
Wow. Chung again. Woo.
He is doing a masterful job here. Number 4 singles. He always needs someone. But right now, this match is far from over, folks. This is far from over. Chung is the only match that even resembles the phrase one-way traffic. And he passes him again. I can't believe it. He's smiling. Is he surprising himself with this? He just keeps holding that passing shot in his pocket and hitting it right on the outside of the line when it seems like Mishiro is blanketing the net. Yeah, that's that volley that we talked about with Mishiro. He just speeds in there so fast and drops that like on a dime. A lot of tennis both of these teams have played already. Penn has been in the line of fire. Losses to Arkansas, Princeton, Oklahoma State, Cornell twice, but wins over Harvard, Yale, USF, Florida Atlantic, and Tulsa. So this Penn team is match tough. Chung is disappointed. He so it's just amazing that Mishiro has been on top of the net in winning position over and over and over again, and Chung has won the majority of those points. Yeah, Mishiro is. I just think he's has to have short term memory loss and just keep doing what he's doing and hope that the ratio of his net appearances to Chung's defense starts going more in his favor. Well, there's Denver is still fighting out here, I must say. We need to spend some more time taking a look at court number 5. We just haven't seen enough of 5, so we're going to leave this one. We'll come back if Chung gets close to closing it. Let's take a shift over to court number 5. We need to watch a little bit of number 5 singles. Connor Rob Wilcox had a great look at the first set, and we were panning through, and we just didn't see why the momentum shifted there. But he lost several games in a row, and Reuter was able to grab that first set. Getting pumped up now. Connor Rob Wilcox, his team needs him. His team needs everybody right now. Denver's not out of this, but as the ebb and flow of these matches go, you just have to be clutch at the ends of some of these sets. Good effort by Mishiro to get himself a little bit closer. You want every single match to go as long as possible in this. That's a little tricky. That wasn't the right time for him to change direction. Sometimes you have to stay with the boring stuff a little longer than you want to. It's well played. Moving in and just taking time away, getting in great position to change direction. Reuter didn't hit the nasty lefty roll on that forehand, so Rob Wilcox had a clean lane to lace that one. It needs to be a point building forehand. Needed more height on that. Not able to find it, giving up ground, and this late in the match, he should be comfortable landing that ball. That's a better point there. staying in there and hustling and fighting, just waiting the opponent out sometimes. Much easier said than done, clearly, from the booth, but the ratio of how many times you just play directionals and solid ground stroking versus when you feel the responsibility to have to dictate everything and finish everything. Some players can handle those ratios better than others. Some players can accept the responsibility of dictating an entire match. Not as easy. In college tennis, though, with no ad and brand new balls each set, that does at least lend to the possibility of playing that style throughout an entire match. No, he doesn't like that call at all. Looks like they're going to be flirting with a third set at number one. Butera has done a masterful job just grinding Papacek down until he gets a clean look at a ball like that. That's so tough when you think that the person you're playing against is just in sort of retrieval mode, but then he steps up and pops the forehand when you least expect it. That's Butera is just I think today has been on it in terms of understanding his role in the match, being able to diffuse his opponent to some extent, and then make the right offensive statements in closure when necessary. Like that. There it is again. He plays a great lob and then somehow turns defense into offense, and he's done it countless times in this match. Papacek, you can't fault the way he's played it, but wasn't able to close, and that's been really the story of this duel. Denver getting a 5 in 4 different positions, getting a 4-1 leads or up to 5, and only getting one first set to show for it on the scoreboard across the entire duel. Justin Chung again able to get the job done, making the duel 1-all. So Penn definitely has a path to try to get 3 points, but how on earth do you get 4 points here? This one's definitely going the distance. Incredible. So, Butera's composure and execution on that final statement forehand. He just holds it. So there's a little bit of disguise, and then he snaps that thing off and moves forward. He might be the most impressive guy in this duel so far. The way he's played the match, handled the opponent, managed himself, and executed, he has really, really been a treat to watch. Coates wins the first set 6-4. Sharia up 4-2 there. So really, Denver doesn't have a pathway. Coates was their only first set win. So Butera is in closing time. Rob Wilcox is trying to make a run here. The big one is number one singles. That's the big one. If Ravai can get this to a third set right here, or if Graziani can break back and take this in extra innings. That's a rally backhand. Graziani's not happy, and he's showing a bunch of negative body language, which you don't want to give Ravai that feeling at this juncture. You got to keep your head down, Play the next point. Well, the score here is 5-all in the second, but it is not Revi. I mean, it is Revi serving, not Graziani serving. Yeah, Revi is a battler. Coach Eberly says he fights all the time. He most certainly is doing that as his team needs him. That's a good ball. That's big. Key moments at number one. Butera is able to get it over the finish line. So now that gives Penn a 2-1 lead in the duel. Strong, strong performances by Chum and Butera. Okay. Split sets on three. Graziani, the number 53 player in the nation, has, has played a very strong schedule. And Connor Rob Wilcox now making a push for Denver here on the back end of this duel. Again, Denver, you wouldn't put them in an advantageous position right now, but they are not out of it. They can turn some of these third sets into victories. They only need three. Graziani with the opportunity here. That's well placed. That's a good inside out ball. Lefty pattern. Get the opportunity ball, finish inside out. So Graziani, 6'4", 7'5", in a very tough competitive match with Rivi being ahead in both sets. That's a dagger to the Pios. Graziani, 52 in the nation, and showing that after playing so many tough matches this season, he's up for the battle, especially on his home courts. Penn has showed some pride here after losing the doubles point. Penn's up 3-1 now. So the player that can be the hero now is Vocek Vales at number 6. He could be the hero. Denver has to sweep all the remaining matches to come out of here with a victory. Starting the third set at number 3. Close to splitting at number 5. And then there's number 6. Let's focus on 5 here until the set's over. getting those first serve points and are worth their weight in gold. Rob Wilcox here. Can he close the door? Push this into a third. So that's what the Pios needed. They needed a reason to start believing. You think because of the way that this has gone that they just aren't able to sniff it. But the truth is, they're deep in the third set. Oh, in the third set of two positions, and the other position, goodness, they had set points in that one. So, and they're ahead in the second. So this really is this is on Vales, who has been clutch for them. 13-1 right now in duels. So it's kind of on him. Does he have the clutch gene here to close the door and not let these third sets matter? Badoon is committed to playing his game. He just does his thing, but I think he just has to embrace this moment and understand that he can be a spoiler here to Vales and make sure he earns every ounce of these service games. We're all. This is crunch time. Freshman on freshman. Denver hasn't played a chop liver schedule either. Losses to Boise State, Wichita State, Northwestern, and BYU, and some of those were last match on situations where they had an opportunity. Been a lot of road warrior for this team. Texas Tech, Montana State, Utah, DePaul, Air Force, New Mexico, Northern Arizona. They have been all over the globe battling matches. Good location there. Nice combination from Vales. You kidding me? You got to be kidding me. How physical is this Badoon kid? Guy is like a middle linebacker. Vales, what a just a well executed combination to get ahead in the point. Ran the inside out forehand of perfection twice, and Badoon just refused. He got a sky lob to land over in the corner. reset the point and then come forward physically and win it. So, but Dune is saying, "Hey, I'm here, buddy. We're not done yet." That's tough. Mistimed the athleticism on the overhead, so he was on the way down, hitting the overhead. Caught the wrong part of the racket face, and it pushes long. That can happen to you. You're not able to get the volleyball spike, and it pushes. Typically, if you don't have all your bearings, then you're supposed to put a little slice on it for the big part of the court to stay there. That's a tough pill to swallow. 15-30. And Vales bails out there. That's a bad miss from him. Falling backwards. There's no reason to miss wide. Play heavy shape, play it through the center of the court, and stay in that rally. Don't give up a 15-30 that easily. It's such an important swing point in college tennis. With no ad scoring, Vales wins that. He has triple break point. He loses it as 30 all. There's just a huge chasm there. There's a lot riding on these points here. Overplays. This is Vales has made a couple freshman mistakes. He's been a great player for them, but he still is a freshman, and these are freshman mistakes. Yeah, nah, bad time to try to move that ball around. But Dune, after missing the overhead to go down 15-30, shows you what kind of toughness this guy has. He is a character, but he also is just playing the moment here. I've got a lot of respect for what I'm seeing from this young man from Minnesota. Folks, this is 3-1 for Penn, but this has been an absolute war. Very competitive. Knockdown, drag out, and this duel, highly likely that this duel extends beyond 3 hours to get a resolution. Wales. Wales is comfortable in this very airtight match here. 5-all. Staying solid, generating unforced errors. Oh, it's a little tight there. It's good pressure from Vales. I like that Vale started off the game with a little bit more of a consistency flavor, and now he's trying to apply a little bit of pressure as well to get a love 40. Badun just got a little tight on a couple backhands. Now facing a love 40. But see right there, like you're up love 40. You've done a great job in the game. And then you send a ball flying to the tarp, and that's just kind of like that unclutch freshman rookie kind of the coach is telling him, but it's hard for people to take you seriously when you make that kind of mistake when it's right at your time to add some closure to the match. So he still has 3 break points here to get it, but your concentration and execution have to mesh. You can't take points off. Opponent can lose respect for you sometimes just with how you handle the pressure moment. Good serve +1 for Badun. Vales has to put a little bit more effort into that dig. To me, he was not Chung like in the corner on that ball. Yeah, Vales is having a good time with his buddies and playing to the crowd. And obviously, being a freshman, it's nice for him to be at home with the crowd support. But I like him to just get a little bit more poker face and lock in. Badun's been a great project for Coach Everly, bringing him in and getting him up to speed. And there's a couple of players that they thought might have been in this in the system and weren't there, and he was the next man up and has improved a great deal in this first semester, and clearly it's showing. But it's hard for him right now because psychologically he knows he's had the lead in both of these sets, and now he's one game away from getting clinched on. So it's a tough set of emotions here, these two freshmen, and we'll see. We'll see if Vales can close the door here. And the other matches at number 3, Bardawaj up 2-1 in the third on Coates, and Rudder won the first game in the third on Rob Wilcox. And that's a serve +1 going back behind him. I truly stress this all the time. That's a great choice and a great play. You want to play behind players late in the set sometimes and catch them cheating with their hips. 15 love. And also that's something that shows me some maturity in Vales there, because he didn't go for a big serve. He just spun it in and showed that he was willing to play the point. And because of that, it takes more pressure off of him. So now you parlay that great serve +1 at the first point with a smart first serve, less with the speed. And now he's running a 30 love already to try to finish this. And there he doesn't want the ball. Wow. It just keeps going back and forth. He does two really good things. And now that right there, he's got to crush that backhand and come forward and doesn't look back because he's got the momentum in the game. He got caught like he wasn't sure if he wanted to hit it or approach or stay back and just underplayed it. 30-15. I think that's on the line. Badun plays it for good. So I think that makes it 40-15. 3 match points for Vales. That is a double fault on match point. So I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but this is truly the epitome of a freshman roller coaster in this match. Great shot, poor choice. Great shot, free point. Match point number 2. Big first serve, return misses by an inch. The battle of the freshmen is over. Wojtek Vales, with a little bit of turbulence, goes 14-1 on the season. What an amazing start. Coach has to be super, super proud of what is going on there. Bonfiglio has put together a nice nucleus, and they are battling in these Ivies. Another Ivy in the top 40, and collegiate tennis is impressive to say that an actual conference that doesn't give athletic scholarships can be top 40, to have the Harvards and the Columbias and the Princetons, the Cornells, and Penn, 5 of these teams, all in the top 40 in the country, is amazing testament to the Ivy Conference. Obviously, hats off to Coach Drew and the Pios. They most certainly showed up today, won the doubles point, and they were deep in here, but they don't get a singles win. They had a ton of opportunity, a lot to actually think about and possibly study to get better for the rest of the season. They could be on pace to winning another conference title themselves and going to the NCAA's, but they don't get it done here. Congratulations to Bonfiglio and the squad. 4-1 victor over Denver after losing the doubles point, going for the hard way in some very close, tough, hard fought matches, defending their home court on their first home match. Well deserved win on behalf of the entire Crack Rackets team. Uh, both Chris and Chrissy Haliores, Westoff, bringing Alex back, Dalton, the whole family. It's been great having me here all weekend, calling Big 12 and calling this match. So thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It is Penn 4, Denver 1. Take care.